In today's session, let us learn how to declare the variable, how to initialize the value for that variable, and how to print the data in that variable. In variable is nothing but the name given for the memory address to store the specified data of a data type. For example, if you see in C language, there are totally 4 data types: integer, character, float, double. In Java also there are different data types, that is int, float, double, character, string. Here string is also one of the data type in Java but not in C, so don't forget it. Now let me go for now I will tell how to initialize. For to declare a variable, first you have to mention data type and give the variable name and give the value. So now I will do let us go for int a equals to 10. So the declaration and initialization of value in Java and in C were almost similar. So I can first declare the variable and afterwards now I will gonna initialize the value. So let me print this value SYSO. This is shortcut for print out system.out.println. So I'm gonna put only the variable name between parentheses, not within double quotes. So let me run. For whenever you do modification in application, you have to save it, otherwise the previous data will be only running. See, you can observe this value. Now next I will go for another data, that is let me go for float. Float it will be b. Now I'm directly initializing the value 20.976. See, it is throwing an error, means type mismatch, cannot convert from double to float. So let me cast float. Since it is taking as a double, means you can add, so there is some conflict between float and double. Reason is float is a small decimal and double is a large decimal. So now I will gonna print this value. Here I'm taking the variable b. So let me save it and run it. See, now you can see the value. Another data type was double. Let me declare double C equals 10.987 something. So let me print this value. Now here variable is C, so I should change it, save it and run it. Now you can observe the value. So next data type is character. So let it be D. D equals to only single quotes for character. Take X. I'm going for capital X. So let me print this value. Here, since I'm taken variable as D, I'm gonna print this D. So now you run it. See, up to this one, it's a numeric. Now it is a character. So in order to differentiate between numeric and character, I'm gonna introduce one more line. Put double quote, escape sequence /n and put plus. Just save it. Now you run it. See here, the one more extra line has been added. So as I told in Java, the string is also one of the data type that you can observe by declaring it. Put string, let me go for e equals to double quotes, put apple, which is a string. String should be always in double quotes, don't forget that one and don't confuse. I'm using variable e. So just now let me run. See, now you can observe character separate and number separately. So this is how we have to declare the name, declare the variable and initialize value. So these are the ways. First you should put data type, variable name. Directly you can initialize the value to the variable, or you can initialize separately, so nothing to worry. After learning this, let me tell, there are different types of variables in Java, that is instance variable, local variable and class variables. There are another types also that depends upon different situations. Class variable should be always declared, it should be never used in the methods. Okay, for example, int int x equals to 20. Control yes, so let me save it. See, now I will gonna try to print this value in main method. Control V. First I will gonna add one more line such that we can observe the get some clarity. I given variable as x or what? Yes, x. See, now can observe there is an error, can't make a static reference to a non-static field. So if you observe the method declaration, it is public. This will, we call it as modifier, and this static and void. Here this void is nothing but return type, and this is function name. These are the parameters. Now the static role is in method is it will make visible, it will make the method to get visible for the processor to get execute. So since you are using static method, so but int x is a non-static, so it cannot refer that. So whenever you are trying to access static value from non-static reference, it won't come at all, because we will use for protecting the data in those situations, so it is never compromised. So when you keep like this, you will get some suggestion. Change modifier to x to static, just add it. See, now you can observe it, static has been added and error has been gone. So just save it and now run it, the program. You can observe the value 20. So this type of declaration within the class but outside the methods is known as class variable. These types of variables. And another one type is local variable. See, these int a, float b, char d, string e, these are all local variables. Means local variable is nothing but the variables declared and initialized or used within methods is known as local variables. The another type of variables is instance variable. Instance means only for that particular of time it will be visible for the system, and afterwards it will become invisible. Let me execute for loop. For int I equals to 1, I less than 5, I plus plus, control V. So change the variable to I. I am printing the advanced values of I using a for loop. Let me add one special character here, not required, just it is also a number, right? See, here you can observe the values from for loop. Now try to print the value of I in another statement. Control S. You can observe the error exists in the required projects. If you proceed also on, it will show unresolved compilation problem. Reason is I is an not at all a local variable or a class variable. It is just an instance. See, for loop is also one of the method according to the Java. So this I is only visible for that particular instance, not for another instance. If it is a variable of method, that is local variable, then there is no problem of execution. If it is class variable also, there is no problem. Since you are using within the parenthesis, you are declaring it once again. Means here you are giving int, that is data type, and variable name, and initializing. So only for loop it will become visible. If you want to confirm, you can just try to declare int I equals to some 100. Here you won't get any error because it is an, now I, according to this line, I is an local variable of main method. Here I is an instance variable of for loop. So just execute, you won't get any errors, you get the values. See, up to 1 to 4 it is the values of I from for loop, and last one is 100. This is the initialized value from here. So for today we learned how to declare the variable and initialize the variable, how to retrieve. Tomorrow let us see, let us give input from our side. Let's give input from keyboard and access that input and print it. So that's for today.